Titans will be ready in 30 seconds.
Charlie secure. Bravo secure. We just lost hardpoint Alpha. Light him up!
Titans online.
Bravo hardpoint lost. Alpha secure. Step on this, Titan. We now have control of hardpoint Bravo.
We pulled ahead. Keep it going.
Allow me to assist.
Charlie lost.
Hold tight. Supply boost incoming. Hooah! More supply.
Bravo hardpoint lost.
Looking good for us. Don't look back.
We're taking Charlie.
I think this might be my fastest game. Oh my god.
They're plugging out. Well done, Commander.
That wasn't actually too bad. That match was actually my fastest match, I think. My god. Of course, gotta grab this. If you guys are wondering what I'm using Stim Bruiser, Pyro Bruiser, let me click, Arc Boomer, Atlas, Core Scorch, which I just unlocked today, and Thermal Scorch, which I am so happy right now. I am so freaking happy. Yep, there's Thermal Scorch. I'm using Grunts, Arc Mine, let me click Sentry and Rocket Grunts. And then you guys can look at all the others if you like. I don't really have much because I'm not that big of a rank. As you saw, you know, I'm a rank 8. So, yeah. I'm awkward. Let's see if I can upgrade. Can I upgrade? No, I can't. Fuck. Can't even upgrade that. No! I'm gonna have to buy more credits. Damn it. I don't want to buy more credits. I don't want to. I'm almost done. I only need, only need 52 more, trophies. which I could probably get done in 1 match, or I can get it done in 2 matches if I win both of them at the same time. And if the guy is AFK, guy or girl, I'm not assuming gender. Don't get on my ass about that. If I do that, then I'll be able to get a lot of rares in one epic. 14 rares in 1 epic or something like that.
Infantry moving out. Light him up. Charlie secure. One fool coming right up.
That's bad. I gotta take care of that.
Your Titans are almost ready. 30 seconds.
Coming in high. Bravo hardpoint lost.
I know why they keep going for the other ones. I didn't want them to go like that. My troops are dumbasses. Where I want them to stay is where I want them to stay. I don't want them to move or anything.
We got Alpha.
Your Titans are ready to deploy.
We lost Alpha.
Core, baby. What the fuck?
Charlie lost.
Am I playing against someone that's a lot better rank than me? Are you serious? Hold them off until I get over there. Oh god, they have a lot more. Oh shit.
Step on this. Tight.
Ouch. That hurt. Please leave him alone.
You can still win. It's not looking
Leave him be. He didn't do anything. Leave him alone. Are you serious? That's so not. That's so naive. It's so mean. Use your core, baby. Use your core. Yes. Good boy. Almost a double.
Taking Charlie.
Oh, I gotta deal with an ogre. Shit, I'm most likely not gonna survive this one. I already can see it. I already can see it happen. I'm most likely not gonna survive. Unless I do a clutch. If I clutch this, I'm gonna be fucking done with this game. Yep, I'm definitely not going to. That was bad.
better luck next time.
That was a horrible one. Yep, there it is. He has a fucking nuke. What do you have to be for a damn nuke? I hope you guys didn't hear that. What do you have to get for a nuke? This game is so broken. I think this game is broken. Corn. I faced a gold 3 before. You don't need to be anything. Seriously? Barrage. Let's compare that with the nuke. Okay. Let's try this and this. Well, I'm not sure what to do, guys. I'm not sure what I should put on for it. I don't need any loot boxes, or whatever you want to call them. All I really need is, I just need to get 250,
All right, people. Let's show 'em what we're
trophies. Which, now, I only need to get 52 trophies to get, or to complete the challenge.
Coming in hot. Infantry moving out. Got him. Light him up.
That's why I put my guys right there. Ouch.
Sentry gun online.
Leave him alone. He didn't do anything. Attack my turret, not him. Ouch.
Bravo hardpoint lost.
Why? Why you must attack him? He didn't do anything to you. No. I'm sorry. I'm being a bit of a cringe.
We just lost hardpoint alpha. One boom coming right up.
Titans are on call. Give the word.
I will give him word. I'll give him the word when I feel like it. Oh my god. Holy shit. There's so many people here. That's the thing I don't like. Respawn, I'm not sure if you're watching this or not, but when grunts spawn down, you should at least give them like a 3-second shield so they don't die immediately right when they get down. Because that's what seems to be happening to me. Which, it's painful. It really is. It is really, really painful.
Keep it together. More supply is on its way.
I'm sorry, Respawn, but that's all I ask from you. Thermite, go away, please. Thank you.
Lines are open. Don't hold back.
Step on this, Titan.
Let's put a turret down. I need to keep that hardpoint A. I need to keep it. Like, see? They die right when they get down. What the hell is this shit? Respawn.
Got Bravo.
It's still raining. Not looking good.
Charlie secure. Just lost Bravo. Get over there and catch me.
This sucks.
Charlie lost.
Never knew a game part would be so fucking hard to get. Or not a game part, a game crate. What the fuck is this? What is this, Respawn? What is this? Please explain. This game is... I know it's in its early stages. Like, I can understand that. But this game is so damn broken.
They got us this time.
What were they playing with? Yup. Yep, there it is. The nuke fucking Atlas right there. That motherfucking Atlas will be the death of me. Also, I've been trying for so damn long to get this. How is he already, I think, gold? Or whatever it is, silver. And he has a fucking sniper eye on. I don't know if they're hacking, which I doubt. But, and or they just play this non-stop. But I'm not sure, honestly. I could be wrong. But I'm not sure.
Prepare to engage enemy forces.
I always do this before we start.
Shove it in high. Infantry, moving out.
Yep, always has to be someone to meet me up here.
Charlie secure. Coming right up.
Your Titans will be ready.
This is all I really need to do. This is already an overview.
District control at hardpoint Alpha.
This guy has like fucking aimbot. What the hell is this?
We just lost hardpoint Alpha. Light him up.
Your Titans are ready to deploy.
This is bullshit. They shouldn't be one-shotting me like this. This is completely retarded. You guys mind getting out of here? I'm just trying to get some trophies. I want nothing to do with you. I just want to get them trophies out of here. I have nothing against you, Titans. Just, I want to get this done with.
We got Alpha.
Damn it! I went for the wrong one.
Just lost
Fuck.
hardpoint Alpha.
Traffic. Don't let up.
That sucks. I'm honestly done with this game right now. It is so broken. It is so broken right now.
Bravo hardpoint lost.
I thank you so much, Respawn, though, for this big boy right here. This big boy, Core Scorch. I love you for this. Thermite, please go away. Thank God. I thought it was there. I thought that it was there, Thermite.
We got Alpha. We now have control of hardpoint Bravo.
Oh no. Get out of here! I don't care who you are. Get out of here, Scorch. I know, I love you. I love you, Scorch. But you need to die right now. You need to die.
We're taking Charlie.
This is not your home. Let's just prepare him. Oh my god, there's so many people. Holy shit. Aimbot. Aimbot. Oh my god, I destroyed him. Yeah, no chance. Oh my god. Oh, yes, he did. Still has a chance. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Quickly! Quickly! Quick, 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 quick. Quick, 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 quick. Quick. Come on. Add that. Thank you. Hell yeah. Yes. I love you, Respawn. I just need to do one more battle. God damn it. God damn it, you, Respawn. You get my hopes up. I just need to win one match. That's it. One match. I just need 20. I just need to win 20. I think 20. Something like that. No, I know it's definitely not, whatever you want to call it. Oh my god. Oh my god, what's the voice cracks? What the hell is these voice cracks? Alright. The stream's still well. Oh my god. I just wish the, I wish this, glitch didn't happen earlier. Like, when I was loading into a match, the, recommendations kept flashing, as well as the join match thing was flashing. I was like, epilepsy, but black and white. Just black and white epilepsy. I'm like, I don't want to say that I'm allergic to epilepsy because I'm not sure if it's called like allergic to epilepsy, but oh my god, I'm putting so much defense in A. Oh my god. I have 2 turrets, 1 squad of rocket grunts, and 2 squads of normal grunts. And they just took it away like it was nothing. Holy shit. You guys mind fucking off? My guy just spawned. Ow. That was not nice. Now we're having a ward at sea. A ward. My English is not good today. Come on, come here. Step on it. Step on that mine. It's for you. You're fine. You don't need to go into Bravo. I just tasted a root beer fucking burp. What the fuck? Oh, fuck's sakes. I can't move. I can't move it. I'm spawning my thermal scorch where my other scorch spawned. My scorch didn't go far. Strangely. 2 scorches should dominate, right? I hope so. Seems like it is. Could be hallucinating, but I don't think I'm hallucinating. You're not getting that hard point easily. I'm not letting you get the hard point easily. I'm not gonna jinx myself, but I think I might win this. Not jinxing myself. Because if I do, I'm screwed. It's 79 to 58. I'm most likely to win than to lose. I'm just saying. Except when an Atlas fucking spawns. Fuck off, Atlas. Yep, I won.
On the run. Good job, soldier.
Yes! 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 Oh my god! I think I got it. I got it. I think I got it. Oh my god, I think I got it. I got tier 1. No! No! I don't want more! I don't want to do more. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing anymore. I am done. I'm done completely. I'm watching videos. I'm gonna watch videos after this. After I upgrade something. Scorch baby, let's go. You're getting my upgrade. Oh my god, look at that hammer. That hammer's sexy. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Guess I'm gonna end the stream there. Catch you later, guys. Bye. What's up, guys? It is me, Tank Lover 32. Don't mind those 2 zeros at the end. I don't quite how to just put it in one word. But anyways, I'm going to be listening to this video called an actual review of Titanfall 2. Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, look, this is the first time I've done this, and I don't really know what I'm doing. See, despite the fact that these videos are called actual reviews, I'd call myself an entertainer above all else. Now, that statement may as well be written on the spirit of St. Louis, given how up in the air it seems to be, but regardless is what I'd consider myself. And after sitting here for hours on end and shoving several writing utensils into my forehead, I've come to the conclusion that it isn't very funny to unironically love something. I can't even fall back on my secondary title of critic here, because aside from a few things here and there, I've found so little of Titanfall 2 to be worth criticizing. So instead of wringing out those pieces of criticism and sucking them dry for all the comedic banter I can come up with, I'd like to propose a compromise. In order to offset the honestly disgusting levels of praise I'll be giving Titanfall 2, I'm going to be criticizing and insulting everything else. Now, both of the perceptive people in the audience may have noticed that I said everything else and not every other game, and that's because I mean everything else. That includes you and me too, which is essentially insult T-ball, but hey, I'm not one to shy away from easy targets. And if you don't agree to this compromise, then I hate to break it to you, but by nature of the fact that you're watching this video right now, I already fucking did it. So why don't you close out of the tab and go back to licking the icing off some cupcakes so that the grown-ups can sit all alone and listen to a retarded cartoon owl jack himself off over a video game for 12 minutes and wonder how the fuck things got to this point. At this point, it feels almost unnecessary for me to say that Titanfall 2 was an extremely pleasant surprise, but for the sake of context, I still feel like I should explain just how pleasant it actually was. I had no intentions of buying this game, let alone reviewing it. In fact, the only reason I wound up owning it at all is because I got about 500,000 comments and messages telling me to review it that all happened to coincide with an email sent to me by EA offering a code for an additional 20% off the current 30% off holiday sale. So I guess you could say the planets aligned if you're some kind of fetishist for overused turns of phrase, only in this instance, instead of cancer being cured or the universe doing a Jesus again, I wound up buying Titanfall 2. And some idiot said miracles are past. Fuck off, Billy, you fucking idiot. Once the game finished installing, I sat down to play it, and I didn't stand back
Where the hell is Bill?
up until I had already sat through the entirety of the ending credits, made several questionable online purchases, cleared my browser history, and tweeted about the fact that I had changed my mind about reviewing it. And now that this stage has been adequately set, I feel I can finally get on to the review, and only just over 2 full minutes into the video. Well done. I'd like to start by talking about the biggest change that sets Titanfall 2 apart from its predecessor, namely the single-player campaign, and the fact that this game actually has one. Now, the decision to make the first Titanfall a multiplayer-only shooter and still charge full price for it was one that I thought was both incredibly bold and incredibly stupid from the day they announced it. And take notes, kids, because barring some kind of snowstorm-based apocalypse, the general public won't be okay with coughing up top dollar for a game that will invariably become inaccessible with the passage of time. And after playing through Titanfall 2's campaign twice, I'm honestly left wondering who the fuck put the homeless guy eating office supplies behind the studio in charge of that decision. Because Respawn have shown here that not only are they capable of making a good single-player campaign, they are more than capable of making an excellent one. I just hope the poor guy didn't scab his knuckles too bad on the way out the door, because with the ACA getting repealed, I don't think he's gonna have the dosh to treat that infection. Now, because I didn't intend to review this game at all when I played it initially, I wound up having to play through the entire campaign a second time in order to record the footage for this review, and in doing so, I realized one of the smartest things about about the way the campaign was laid out from a storytelling perspective. Unlike the majority of games whose stories revolve around a small group of characters, Titanfall 2 develops the emotional bond between Cooper and BT through its gameplay rather than depending entirely on the dialogue and cutscenes, a design choice so subtle that I actually missed it completely on my first playthrough. A testament either to how well it's implemented or to how retarded I am, likely some combination of the three. See, the levels are laid out in such a way that Cooper and BT are often separated and have to do things to either indirectly or directly help one another out. There are multiple instances in which Cooper is separated from BT and must fight through legions of enemy soldiers in order to reunite with him. But unlike most games, instead of having you be completely separate during these sections, BT will actually help out by revealing and sometimes saving Cooper from enemy soldiers or other hazards. Additionally, due to the discrepancy in size and mobility between the two characters, there are several areas that can only be traversed by one of them, making it so that every mission would be quite literally impossible for either BT or Cooper to complete on their own. This is all used in order to help communicate the character story that is being told throughout the campaign, that BT and Cooper's time together is causing them to develop a codependent relationship. It's a method of show don't tell that's only achievable through the medium of video games, and it's refreshing to see it done so well here. Granted, I could be reading too far into this and it could have been a decision made entirely for gameplay purposes, but intentional or not, it had a very positive effect on my experience playing through the story, and I appreciate the living shit out of it, so fuck you, the game gets points for it anyways. So, about that story then. If the execution of the character story was as subtle as I described, it'd be safe to assume that the story itself is great, right? No, you fucking staple eater. Have you been paying attention at all, or have I not put enough fucking owl PNGs on the screen for you? The plot is nonsensical. Cooper is practically a self-insert Mary Sue, the villains belong in the gritty reboot of Captain Planet, and the overall story has about as much depth as a YouTube comment critiquing an open-world game. And it's fucking awesome because the writers at Respawn are acutely aware of all of this. This is a game about gruff dudes and ladies and giant robots slap-fighting with swords the size of your school bus on an alien planet over control of a magical glowing MacGuffin. It's not exactly fucking Shakespeare, and it probably would have been a mistake to take it 100% seriously, hint fricking hint. Titanfall 2 knows exactly what it is. Dumb, campy, goofy, action movie fun, and it actually goes above that to deliver a story that, while definitely flawed and cliched, delivers a few surprisingly powerful emotional beats. Something that would probably feel incredibly jarring and out of place in a lesser game, but because of the amount of obvious care and affection in the way it was written and designed, it all totally works. The biggest takeaway from this is something that I think just about anyone who's writing a story should do their best to remember. Stories are a lot like jokes, because the quality of every single factor is entirely dependent on the way that it's delivered. A bad joke told well can get a big laugh, while a great joke told poorly will more often than not just leave everyone feeling a bit uncomfortable. It's no different when you're writing a story, because a mediocre story told well is infinitely more interesting than a good story told poorly. Now, let's put all that faggot-ass narrative shit aside and talk about the bread and butter of this game. From a gameplay perspective, a lot of what makes the single-player work is the fact that the base mechanics in Titanfall 2 are just really excellent. But I'm going to cover that shit in a hot minute when I get around to the multiplayer, so as far as the single player is concerned, I'm going to focus most of my attention on the levels themselves. You see, Respawn are a lot like most of the girlfriends I've had in my life, because they seem to have zero interest in jerking me around. If you sat down and listed all of the cool and unique ideas that Respawn had for levels, then you would have an exact list of every single level in the game. I'm not exaggerating when I say that there isn't a single level in this game that doesn't introduce its own unique spin on the already excellent sandbox of Titanfall 2's gameplay, either through the way the level itself is laid out or by introducing new mechanics entirely. Now, naturally, some of these mechanics are a lot less interesting than others, and unfortunately, I don't really think that they properly build up to the best ones. In fact, the final level has one of the most bland gimmicks, while far and away the coolest level in the entire game happens before the halfway point. And I'm actually not going to be showing any footage from that level in this review, because if you've somehow managed to make it to this point without having its mechanics spoiled for you, then I want you to experience it for yourself. I'll just say that outside of a few choice Flash games, this is the closest a button prompt has ever gotten me to finishing. From what I can tell, the only debatable downside to this consolidated approach to design is that it's resulted in the campaign only being about 5 or so hours long. But if I'm being honest, I don't fully understand the playtime fetishization that so many game reviewers seem to indulge in. Personally, I'd take a 5-hour game worth playing twice over a 10-hour game barely worth playing once just about any day of the week. Because as far as I'm concerned, something's length isn't a very accurate indication of quality, which I'm sure will come as a shock to no one. Dick joke, thesaurus, dick joke. Now, all of this leads me into finally being able to talk about the multiplayer, which, after all, is what this game series was initially meant to be sold on, and Okay, look, despite the fact that I personally think that saying it's like X but Y is a pretty lazy way to critique something, I've found it to be pretty much impossible to talk about the way this game plays without at least mentioning the recent Call of Duty titles. So if me being a big meanie bobini to Call of Duty again is going to make you do a big sad, then you should probably go ahead and leave now. Also, funny thing about that, the comments on that Call of Duty review I made really confused me, because despite having no recollection of setting them to disabled, about half of them seemed to be anyways. Who knows, maybe YouTube detected the title and managed the comments accordingly. Anywho, the reason this comparison is nigh unavoidable is due to the fact that, from base level mechanical perspective, the two games are nearly identical on paper. Which is strange, given that one of the pieces of paper is covered in elegant calligraphy with some nice embroidery around the edges, while the other is covered in racial epithets and currently on fire. I guess it serves to accentuate my earlier point about just how important execution is, so take notes, you liberal cunts. Now, like I said, the similarities between these two games have been discussed to death, so I'm going to try and keep this short to try and avoid just parroting what everyone else has already said. There's probably an Alpun to be made there, but I'm on my final pass through the script right now, and I honestly just can't be fucked to think of one. To put it as simply as I can, I think the biggest thing Titanfall 2 has over Captain Picard's online diary is the fact that there seems to be a much stronger sense of unity in terms of its design. Let me explain what I mean by that. The sprinting, wall running, sliding, punching, and shooting would all be pretty easy to confuse in a vacuum if you hadn't already played either game. The differentiating factor, and the reason that I think Titanfall 2 is better, is that Respawn uses these base mechanics as a foundation upon which everything else is built. Whereas Infinity Ward seems to have just implemented them, shrugged, and then started smashing shit from the older Call of Duty games together in the hopes that it would all magically fall into place. I'm being hyperbolic, shush. Every mechanic and design choice made in Titanfall 2 complements the core gameplay perfectly. The large sprawling maps, for instance, play to both the sheer scale of the Titans and the fast balls to the fucking ceiling movement of the pilots, while still containing enough close quarters areas for the pilots to not feel completely helpless when they're outnumbered. Granted, some maps do this better than others, but even the worst maps do a pretty decent job of giving the pilots a few safe spaces. Additionally, the quote-unquote core game types of Titanfall 2 are designed in such a way that gives the player a very real feeling of being a super soldier. These game types are dependent on points rather than kills, which are earned by killing enemy players and Titans, as well as the various different enemy NPCs littered around the maps. It may seem like a small detail, but the addition of this extra element works wonders in making you feel like you're making a difference in a much larger battle, as opposed to the way that Infinite Warfare makes you feel like you're in some kind of bizarro battle royale for the disabled, or the way that Battlefield 1 makes you feel as insignificant as you actually are. It's a big part of why I think most of the game types without NPCs don't really work, the notable exception being Last Titan Standing. And, speaking of Titans, performing any action that rewards your team with points will also fill up a little meter in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And once that's full, you can summon one of a few different classes of Titan, which are all handily separated into a few different categories. There are the Titans for fans of FPS games, the Titans for those infatuated with a V key, and the Tone for subhuman filth. I personally pretty much exclusively use the Ronin, half because the lead wall feels like it fires mid-size SUVs, and half because none of the other Titan cores can come even close to matching the level of joy I get out of repeatedly beating someone over the head with a giant sword, probably because it invokes the same feeling I get whenever I write analogies. Much like the Titans, the pilot classes can pretty easily be separated into a couple of different groups, those being the grappling hook and the other ones. Now, this isn't to say that the other tactical loadouts are bad in their own right, aside from the AWOL, of course, the proverbial Tone of tactical equipment. It's just that, okay, look, if you're going to give me the ability to Tobey Maguire my way out of a sticky situation, I'm not exactly going to be motivated to use anything else. Now, it's worth noting how impressive it is that Respawn was able to make you feel like an unstoppable force of nature in your Titan without making you feel completely helpless going up against them. It's also worth noting how confusing this is when you think about the fact that these are the same people who thought that sentry turrets that can kill pilots about as quickly as enemy players and have quadruple their health were a good idea. But try as they might, the pilot sentries, the Tone, the AWOL, the fucking Tone, none of these can tarnish the experience to the point where I would even consider not recommending it. So I guess to wrap up this absolute shit show of a review, if you don't own Titanfall 2 and anything you've seen on the screen or heard coming out of my retard has seemed the least bit interesting to you, then I highly recommend you buy it. It's one of the most well-crafted AAA experiences I've played in years, and if you don't want to buy it at full price, then you should at the very least be on the lookout for a sale, because even if you don't think this game is worth your money, then I can essentially guarantee you that it's worth your time. Yeah, that's kind of a dull note to end the video on, but what the fuck do you want from me? I don't have the writing talent to make a positive review funny without a gimmick. I sure as shit don't know how to turn a recommendation into a joke. Hell, this game is so good that the only complaint I feel 100% justified in leveling against it is the fact that it sometimes has a really bad habit of stuttering in multiplayer matches. And even then, from what I've read, this seems to be an external error, sometimes caused by running the game on Windows 10, so if your computer's antivirus is strong enough to have protected you from that particular piece of malware, there, you should.
Coming home and every time the door just locks behind me.
That actually makes sense. Honestly, that does make sense. Strangely, that actually makes sense. But, I guess I'll leave it there. So, actually makes sense. Honestly, that does make sense. Strangely, that actually makes sense. I'll leave it there, guys. I'll catch you later. I guess I'll leave it there. I don't know why I'm watching.